Wow, man, I don't know, it's an end of an era. It's just go with the intro, man. Hello, my brothers and sisters. I'm Daidarius, and welcome to the review of Logan. So Logan is the latest installment in the X-Men franchise, but not really. I'm gonna get back to that later. Logan is directed by James McGold, who besides have directed Walk the Line, also directed The Wolverine. This kind of shows because you get the feel that they had the mutual understanding of the character, and I really like the Wolverine. Some don't, some kind of found it meh. I kind of like the Wolverine because it's more focused on the character himself and the toll this long, depressive life full with murder and blood has taken on him, instead of just, good guys with bad guys that we usually get with an action film. They have clearly dialed this up to 11 because this movie really shows you what 100 and I believe it's around 80 years just fighting and killing and losing loved ones and never have a place called home or a family. Well, he did kind of have it with the X-Men, but then again, he died. But with Hugh Jackman and James McGold really take their time to show you that this character is really at the end of the line here. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, I'm just going to reference what was already shown in the trailer, but if you don't want to know anything about this movie before going into it, then props to you. But then I have a timestamp here and a link in the description below you can jump to, where I'm just going to give my thoughts about the movie. But first, the synopsis. Now, the movie starts out in 2029, merely 6 years after the happy ending of Days of Future Past, and something really bad has happened between those two movies. Logan, not Wolverine. Logan is just a old man. He has gray hair and beard, and he has bad posture and walk with a limp, and you just know from the start that something is really wrong here. Now, the movie doesn't tell you why he's in such a bad shape, but clearly he knows why, and he, for some reason, maybe don't care. So here in the beginning, of the movie, he's trying to take out some, and and man, is he in a bad shape. He tries to pop out his his claw, and one of them just go halfway through. And just look, what the fuck, man. But it's really hard to see this character who once was this furious and animalistic powerhouse of a killing machine just be this bad at it. Not bad at fighting. He does kill them. Damn, does he kill them? But he's not as efficient and brutal. I don't know, but yeah, it takes a toll on you, man, because you have the last movie we saw with him. It was in X-Men Apocalypse. He just nailed all the bad guys in the dam. I don't know what it's called. Can't remember. But he just slicing dudes left and right, and here he's just slow and old. Now, Logan isn't the only broken character in this movie. Charles Xavier is also here, and he's around 90, I believe he says he is in this movie. Oh, dude, he's in a bad place. If you think Logan is a bad place, then Charles is about the same. But he has this kind of mental degenerative disease or something where he gets these seizures. You have this guy who can control everyone almost on the entire planet, but in a big area. You can control everyone, read their minds, control them, tell them what to do. And then you have this degenerative mental illness where he gets this seizure, and you just know it's a bad cocktail. And when he gets these seizures, everyone just freezes in place and can't move a muscle, and they can't breathe. So if he has this seizure just goes on, then people will die. But at this point, you start to wonder where is everyone else? Where the school? I mean, is it been 6 years? No Jean, Scott, Beast, Storm, Rogue, Buddy. No, none of the others are to be seen anywhere. And something has happened, and Xavier knows that something has happened. He can't remember what. He just knows something has happened. Now Logan just takes care of Xavier now, and their relationship is way different. First of all, they swear at each other. Now imagine Professor X, the very calm, collected, and intelligent man that you have known and loved through about billions of movies since 2000. Just go, fuck you, Logan! And Logan responsible, well, fuck you, old man! It's weird, but it fits in this scenario. I don't know if that makes sense. It does when you see it. Now, Xavier just thinks that Logan is waiting for him to die, but the reality is he's all he has left. So Xavier is slowly dying, and he also has this mental disease where he gets the seizure. If it's not treated, then people just will start dying around him. Logan's healing factor it's fucked up. I mean, it's slow, he has scars all over his body, and he just has zero fucks left to give for anyone, life, people, whatever. Even Xavier, but not really. And they just have this really miserable life here down south of the Mexican border. And then one day, this 11-year-old girl called Laura shows up, and she has the same healing factor as Wolverine. She has adamantium claws, and some really bad people are after her. So Logan in the beginning doesn't want anything to do with her because he's done with that shit. But circumstances force them together so that Xavier and Logan has to try and deliver her to North Dakota around the border. So they have to go through this entire country with really bad people trying to hurt them, and it's gonna be a long run. And so starts our movie. First of all, this movie makes me comfortable that a great Last of Us movie can be and will be made, because that's what it is. This movie is The Last of Us with some mutant power shoved in, and dude who has had a shit life and knows how to survive and don't give a shit about anyone. And then you have this little girl that he has to deliver, and the girl is around teenage age and has, I don't know, bad mouth, but clearly isn't a little angel, and you completely fall for her. So, Naughty Dog, make it happen. Make it fucking happen. This movie has courage to let the scene breathe and, just not go cut every time there's an awkward silence. This also makes it easier for the audience to connect with the characters on their emotional stage and where they are in the movie. And it's just great. Now, there are a lot of scenes that are kind of drag out a little bit in the movie, but not that much. It's a kind of a nitpick of mine. Some key scenes could have been done a little bit better, but good solid pace. When the movie slows down, it slows down, and it's for good reason. You need this character to have some developments. You need them to react to what has happened, to react to the people around them, and just soak it all in, because they're in a shitty situation. Logan hasn't had a good moment in 6 years. Xavier hasn't had a good moment in 6 years, and now this movie just drags on from time to time, but I don't think that's quite a negative. It's more a drama than an action movie. Yes, there is action in it. When shit hits the fan, it fucking hits the fan, but it's more of a drama movie with action in it and not the other way around. And I really find that refreshing to see a superhero movie with the focus of the drama and the characters and not just save the world again. There is action in this movie for sure, but it's not dominating and empty and just an action scene because we will have an action scene. Instead, it moves the plot forwards and really hammers in the drama, because that's what this is. It's a drama. It's not a drama, it's a personal story about a man at the end, probably the end of the line. This is what I like about this movie. It's a personal story. It's a drama that just happened to have mutant in it, and I would love to see that more, because a lot of comic book movies, if not almost every comic book movies nowadays, is just a fucking comic book movie. And I would love to see some more creativity in these movies. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love my comic book movies. I probably see all of them, but I would love to see more diversity in it. For say, have a drama that just happens to be a comic book movie, have a detective noir movie that just happens to be a comic book movie, have a thriller, a horror movie, a comedy that just happened to be a comic book movie. Well, comedy is kind of Deadpool, but you catch my drift. Just don't restrict the comic book movies to just this one genre. Diverse it. And that's why I really love this movie, because it dares to do this. Now, Logan is set in the X-Men franchise, but it kind of doesn't feel like it, because it's more realistic and grounded and grittier than every other movie in the franchise. It's a personal story. It's about them, not good guys versus bad guys. It's about them, and only them. Just that, and only that. Now, this movie made me tear up 3 times. I'm not gonna tell you what the scenario was, because I think that's spoiler territory. But just beware, if you love this character, if you attach to these characters, you're gonna tear up. Okay, I'll say this, not because something bad's happening, but because you just feel their pain. It just come across so clearly, and I just couldn't help it. I just sat in the movie with my girlfriend and just go, I'm crying. What the fuck are you looking at? The performance in this movie is almost perfect, nearly perfect all the way around. Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart gives it their absolute best. It just clearly shows that they wanted to end this relationship that they have had with this character for the past almost 2 decades on a high note. And even Daphne Keane, the little girl, Jesus! Good directing on her, man, because it's always when you see kids in the movie, you just go, sure, are you gonna, can you act? Can you be normal? Just show feelings, and it does. So props to her. I can't wait to see more from her. I only have 3 gripes with this movie. One of them is I think that you have spent a lot more time on the journey, so you can see the relationship between Xavier and Logan and Laura just bloom. I don't think enough time was spent on this trio, and it just made some scenes more impactful, in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong, the impactful scenes are very impactful, and they do have this strong bond, but I just don't think that enough time was spent on their relationship. It was more spent on going from this place to here, and then stuff happens, and then they go from this place to here, and then a little stuff happens, but not much in the journey. Like in the Last of Us, you spend a lot of time, interacting with Ellie, and really get to know her and care for her. And I just kind of missed it. I think it was a missed opportunity not to include it in the movie, but you have the story to tell and you have a time frame. So the other things is, I don't think this is gonna sound weird. I don't think that Wolverine killed enough. What I mean by this is that I'm used to see Wolverine, rage out and just slicing dudes left and right, and we have an R rating. Now, don't get me wrong, he does kind of become Wolverine at some point in this movie, but not quite. But I really wanted to see in this, I know the movie's called Logan, and it's about Logan and not the Wolverine, but I just wanted to see the Wolverine let loose in an R-rated movie. It's a tiny bite. It's not, man. It's not much. But this movie has it all. It has action, it has drama, it has good characters, it has great acting. It's a personal story, which is reflected in the title. He's Logan now, not Wolverine anymore. It takes a time which sometimes drags on, but most of the time the audience invest in this character that I've known for so long. It lets you say goodbye to Hugh Jackman's Logan and Patrick Stewart's Xavier. It makes you cry. It makes you invest in these characters. It makes you think about them long after the movie has ended, which I've done these past days. It is awesome, it is brutal, it is fantastic, and I would say, with the gripes, that it's worth buying on Blu-ray, which it is, but this movie is, without a doubt in my mind, an epic masterpiece. So have you seen Logan? What do you think about it? Comment below and let me read your thoughts. And as always, until I see you in the next video, remember to stay awesome. the day. But first, there's stuff where no longer talks about what starts this movie, and more just what my thoughts are. That was shit. We gotta do it again. Bad cocktail. Blah, blah. I can't speak words yet, but now this movie just dragged on from time to time.